I am Zoya. I am a musician. I'm an artist. I'm also a doctor. Also big on animals. And so I loved music since the day I can remember. I wanted to train in music, but my mom was raising us single-handedly. So she didn't have the time or the money to take us for lessons and stuff. Um, Plus, both my parents are doctors, so the focus was always on the academics. Um, so I never got the opportunity to learn much music. I mean, I used to sing like on my own, and I sang school in competitions, but always like in a group sort of setting because I had no confidence. And then in medical school, it was my second year. It was after a pharmacology viva, which I failed again. Yeah, so it went very badly, and in any case, I was feeling very depressed. I didn't like the school. I just couldn't fit in basically, and so then I randomly decided I'm going to start playing guitar. And I had a friend. I borrowed his guitar, started playing. I did this for 2, 3. I did this for 2, 3, 4 years. I was really shit at it because I didn't know what I was doing. I used to just look at the internet and try to play stuff. And then I went to meet my brother in New Haven, Connecticut, and he took me for a concert of the Wallflowers. It was awesome. It was lovely, but at the same time, I was like, um, I could do this, And so I love the concert. But what I took away from it was that I can also do this. So when I came back to India, then I basically joined for piano because I wanted to understand the mathematics and the theory of music. And so I started taking piano lessons just to understand, and then I fell in love with it. I've always felt really caged by like rules, like in everything. Even with music, like the rules always get in between me and just being creative. Because I'd done some research that like random doodling, helps you to like express yourself. Um, so I just started doing that, and I did that for a while. Um, but then I found that I get very like involved in the process, and irrespective of what the outcome is, I don't know. I somehow learned something, and so that's when I just started doing it. And I have no training. I know nothing about any of the techniques or the dynamics or anything. I don't want to know. Um, because I just want there to be something in my life where I can, just sit down with my stuff and just express myself. However it comes out, that's and so yeah, so that's how the art started. And then some people started to like what I was doing. I suppose it's because it's pretty honest, and that gave me a little bit of courage. And so, but ultimately, like even without that, it's just like I have a holiday or I have some time off in the evening, and I can't think of anything I would rather do than just sit down with like a paper and a bunch of paints and just like, make a mess. I find it difficult to give finite um, labels to things. And so if I'm to speak with someone and kind of try to explain what I've done, I feel like I'm taking away their part in the process by kind of like conditioning them to see it in a certain way, which I wouldn't like, and which also I feel is not fair for the art form. Like I mean, I'm an artist, I create, but ultimately the art form is it's an independent being. At least for me, I think you can separate the art from the artist. And so if I'm standing over there as the artist and you're dictating like this is what happened and that is what happened, because even I don't know that that's exactly what happened. I'm not very sure how I came to this end. there's so much nuance in anything you see. Like you see a so I see a person walk by, and I first I notice like the way they're walking, and that tells you a lot. And then I wonder, are they in a hurry? Are they trying to get to some sort of like goal? Are they meandering? I look at their faces and I'm constantly trying to figure out people, what's going on with them. And also it's kind of like a fun game, like to try to like, you see someone and they're like, they have this expression, they're in this sort of like, like energy and like, but I'm like, what are they doing and where are they coming from? What happened yesterday? Like, how did they feel when they woke up in the morning? What is motivating them to do this right now? What is waiting for them when they get back home? I find it very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm constantly. So I'm sure it plays, because I personally don't involve myself in too many people. So other people's lives are obviously interesting. I think the problem with music is that I've spent so many years doing it from a space of like, from a very egocentric place where like I want to get somewhere, I want to do something. Um, I'm just like hammering away at that to the point where it's, the innocence of it has kind of been lost. And also, music used to be like my therapy since I can remember. But I lost my son, my German Shepherd, in 2020, and I lost him, and no music, no sound, nothing would make me feel any peace at all. Like I was so distraught. I was so violently distraught, and the only thing that I think silence was the only thing that I could relate to at that point in time. Like, and I think that's when I started to kind of withdraw from this egocentric approach, but also, like you are addicted to something. You have this like, I used to say that I'm married to music. You have this like huge idea, but that's not really love. And so yeah, so after that I still love music, but I think because I'm so conditioned and I've been taught so much that like if I sit down to write a piece of music, there's all these so many voices happening, like all the teachers I've had, all the books I've read, all the things. So it's not enjoyable for me anymore. My mom is one of the most beautiful people I know. She has taught me what love is, as cliched as that sounds. I think she's beautiful, but I think she's a much, how to say, much more conventionally thinking person. So I don't think she really understands me much. But because she loves me and my brother so much, she has constantly evolved to try to understand us. And even now, she continues to work on that. Um, and of course, we've had our fights, we've had our arguments, but at the end of the day, I would do anything for her. I have three babies. One is an 8-year-old Rottweiler. Her name is Marla. One is a 3-year-old annoying little prick. His name is Arjun. He's a German Shepherd. And then I have a cat. She's a Persian cat, and just trying to get her in the frame. Hey, come here. No, she doesn't want any of it. So yeah, I can't overstate this, but yeah, they're my life, and so I mean, like, it doesn't matter. Like, oh, everything else is like, yes, art, yes, this, yes, that. But at the end of the day, even at the beginning of the day, actually, when they wake me up, it's just so much love. I used to feel so alone, but then when I got these guys, I don't feel alone anymore. I feel like I have like a, like a pack, like a club. Like, we're part of like a club, and I'm kind of like the ringleader. Not always. Sometimes it's not somebody else, but like, we're all like, yeah, let's do this. And like, no, should we do this? No, no, let's not do this. And so it's like a group thing, and like we decide what to do, and it's always things we shouldn't do. But yeah,